Hi everyone, this is Christy De La Cruz and I'm coming to you with a third video on virtual workplace and ADD and ADHD. So professionals who are working in the virtual workspace, which is pretty much everywhere, anywhere we decided to be or everywhere we want to be, usually at home. Sometimes you have another space. This video is on intentional breaks. And this is one that is especially dear to me because as someone with ADD, ADHD, you may find that even though focus is a problem or people think of it as harder to focus, actually you may find that you have periods in which you're so focused on work for 90 minutes, 2 hours at a time, if it's work that really interests you. So you may have to schedule in intentional breaks because if that's a project that you're really absorbed in, you can have some somatic problems if you're really just hunched over working on your work for hours at a time. So this is one of the misconceptions about ADD, is that it's a deficit of attention, and in fact it's actually variable attention. So people with ADD like me can find it difficult to focus on things that are like organizational or very repetitive or kind of boring. But if they have a project that intensely interests them, they can hyper focus almost for hours at a time without even really emerging for air, if you will. But sometimes that can be kind of stifling because when you're sitting for 2-3 hours at a time and you're not taking a break and getting some movement, maybe stretching your shoulders, getting up, walking around, getting some water, then your brain energy can kind of get stagnant. So intentional breaks are very important. So what I would do is whatever you decide your work periods are going to be, and I like to block my work in periods of an hour or an hour and a half. Typically in the morning I have better focus, so I might work for an hour, get myself a cup of tea, take a couple minutes and just, I don't know, I might clean my kitchen for a few minutes, take a little break between what I'm doing in my work blocks. And I do that very deliberately. I also have one of my favorite breaks is a lunchtime NIA class, a dance class online that I do with my teacher, Beth. And that's a lot of fun. She does them at different times during the day, and I always try to put that into my calendar. So I have a break to do something physical and to get my energy moving. And I sometimes find that I have creative ideas during NIA class, and so I keep a little notebook beside me, so when those creative ideas come and my body's getting some exercise, that I can really capture those ideas. And so I didn't used to be able to do that when I was in a dance class in person, and so it's a benefit of taking a dance class via Zoom. So the message of this video is really plan in some very intentional breaks for yourself when you're working at home, because as human beings, we are not designed to sit for 8 hours a day in a desk without moving around, doing some breaks that don't involve thinking. So that might involve something physical or something playful, or just changing gears even. Maybe at lunch you go to the grocery store and you get your list crossed off at the grocery store. It might just be a different kind of activity that you're doing that's getting your brain a rest and that's allowing you to have a little bit of a break. So be sure to build those in for yourself. That's very humane and shows a lot of love and compassion for yourself. So I'll see you in the next video.